Just wanted to start the video out with asking you guys to please like and subscribe. It would greatly help the channel grow. Gennady Golovkin agrees for a December 28th showdown versus WBA middleweight champion Ryota Murata. This fight is supposed to be unification for the WBA and IBF belts. Ryota Murata is a Japanese world champion. He last fought, I believe, I'm on his Boxrec page right now, so just give me a second. I believe it was in 2019, but when exactly in 2019, I don't remember. Yep. In December 2019 against a man named Stephen Butler. I'm not sure I've ever heard of Stephen Butler before, but let's look at Stephen Butler's Boxrec page. Yeah, Stephen Butler got stopped in the 5th round against Ryota Murata, and in his very first following fight, he got stopped in the 5th round by a guy who had a record of 27 wins and 10 losses. Stephen Butler's best win, I believe, I don't really know who his best win is. I don't recognize. He's got knocked out by Brandon Cook before. That's the only name I recognize, but I don't recognize any of the people that he's beat before. So I'm not really sure who Stephen Butler's best win in, but that's the last title defense that Ryota Murata had in December of 2019. So by December 2021, Ryota Murata would have been 2 years out of the ring, coming off a 5th round stoppage over Stephen Butler, who's the only notable name on his resume is Brandon Cook, and Brandon Cook has stopped him in 7 rounds. Okay, look, I don't mind seeing unification fights, but come on, bro. Come on, Gennady, don't play dumb with me. Demetrius Andrade is on the same channel with you. And Eddie Hearn has offered him the fight more than a couple times. Take the Andrade fight. Prove Andrade is hype to us. Like many fans claim. A lot of fans claim that Demetrius Andrade is hype. All right. Let Triple G prove it. Let the great, mighty Gennady Golovkin prove it. I'm on record to say, in a previous video, I'm on record. I said I would not be shocked if Demetrius Andrade stopped Golovkin early. Because the onslaught that Demetrius Andrade hit Liam Williams with in the first 2 rounds, I'm not sure if Gennady Golovkin makes it out. And let me tell you something, folks. Liam Williams is a much more aggressive fighter than Gennady Golovkin. Liam Williams will trade with you if you hit him. Gennady doesn't trade. Gennady usually, if you see him how he fights, he takes what you got, then he comes back at you. That's why I thought he lost Sergey Derevyanchenko fight fairly wide. Like I think 115, 112 for Derevyanchenko. That means 8-4 for Derevyanchenko. That's why I had him losing 115, 112 to Danny Jacobs. Because he just takes punches. That's why the judges had him losing every round against Cal Burke prior to the stoppage. Because he just stands there and takes punches. That's why I had Canelo Alvarez edging the first fight. Because he just takes too much punches. Now, to tell me that he could take that onslaught from Demetrius Andrade, a guy whose power is very underrated. Don't underrate Demetrius Andrade's power. He'll shut your lights off. So let's talk about this fight. Ryota Murata, he's a very basic fighter, up and down fighter. I don't really rank him highly. The only reason why he's the WBA Super Champion is because Canelo Alvarez vacated the title and moved up to 168. He used to be the WBA regular champion. He beat Hassan Nadam for it. Because when they first fought, he lost by a split decision. Then in the rematch, he stopped Hassan in 7 rounds. And then he won a fight against Emmanuel Belandemora. This is in his first title defense. Emmanuel Belandemora. I'm going on his Boxrec page right now. He has 29 wins, only 5 by knockout, and 4 losses. All 4 of them have come by stoppage. He's in his most recent, in his last fight, he got stopped by Marcus Morrison, the same Marcus Morrison that got dominated by Chris Eubank Jr. This has to be a joke. He's been knocked out by light middleweight Michael Sarah. Oh, And he's been knocked out by Billy Joe Sanders in 2014. Interesting. It says he has 4 losses by knockout. Yeah, that's it. And then when he fought Ryota Murata, he got stopped in the 8th round. Jesus, where do they find these opponents for Ryota Murata? So yeah, after beating Emmanuel Belenda Mora in his first title defense, and his second title defense, he got dominated by Rob Brandt over 12 rounds. Rob Brandt won a cruising 12-round decision. They got a rematch in Japan, and he stopped Rob Brandt in the second round. Then he fought the infamous Stephen Butler. Gennady Golovkin has just come off a mandatory title defense against what's his name? Shermeda. Let me get it right, because this is YouTube and I can't be messing up. Gennady Golovkin, 41 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 36 by knockout. Yeah, Kamil Shermeda, he stopped him over 7 rounds. That was a pretty dominant win for him. I think he stopped Shermeda like 3 or 4 times. So it was a really good performance for Golovkin. But I just hope he builds on the momentum he got. He should have fought Demetrius Andrade. Jamal Charlo, the WBC champion, is begging for a fight. So if Jamal Charlo and Gennady Golovkin fight, that creates a new lineage, because that's the number 1 and 2 fighters at middleweight. Yeah, it creates a new lineage. Well, I don't really know. Gennady Golovkin, I guess some people believe he can do whatever he wants because he's a Hall of Famer. I don't view him as highly as other people do. Like, in my opinion, his best one is David Lemieux, because I thought Danny Jacobs edged it. I thought Sergey Derevyanchenko edged it. And I thought Golovkin, I thought Canelo edged it both times. So, when his best win is David Lemieux, which is Billy Joe Sanders' 3rd best win, that really makes you think. And beating guys like Marco Rubio, and beating guys like Martin Murray, and he had a horrible resume, man. Like, let's take one look at his resume. Okay. Noboru Ishida, a guy who has double-digit losses now. Gabriel Rosado, a guy who has double-digit losses now. Matthew Macklin, who was never really a top fighter. Curtis Stevens, who David Lemieux did a much better job against. Daniel Gill, who got stopped just as quick and actually more vicious against Cotto 1 year later. Marco Antonio Rubio, Martin Murray, Willie Monroe Jr., David Lemieux, Dominic Wade, Kell Brook. That was his run. What on that resume makes you think, you know what, this is a Hall of Famer? This guy beat Steve Rolls. Come on, man. And now you're facing the worst possible unification match. Come on, bro. Like, Manny Pacquiao, if you want to say that Gennady Golovkin could do whatever he wants just because he's 38, Manny Pacquiao is 42 and he's fighting Errol Spence. And I've even heard some boxing channels heavily criticize him for fighting Errol Spence. They want him to fight the better guy in Terrence Crawford. I know Terrence Crawford beats Manny Pacquiao fairly easy. But him against Errol Spence, that's closer to 50-50. I'm not saying it's 50-50. Errol Spence is the clear favorite. But it's closer to 50-50 than the Terrence Crawford. I thought Terrence Crawford could kill Manny Pacquiao if he wanted to in the ring. So if Manny Pacquiao, a guy who's been knocked out 5 or 6 times at lower weight divisions, is fighting the top guy at welterweight, what's stopping Gennady Golovkin? What's stopping Gennady Golovkin? And I don't know what to say, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you're interested in this Ryota Murata unification match. Do you think I'm wrong about Gennady Golovkin and he should be able to do whatever he wants? Or do you agree with me that he should fight Demetrius Andrade or Jamal Charlo? Like and subscribe, of course. And Sadiq Boxing out.